All right. Hello, everyone. I am going to give you an intro today on the research paper, which is our next unit. It is going to take us quite a while, but I thought it would be easiest if I send you guys some videos just giving you an overview of the different requirements that will be coming at you with this research paper. So there will actually be a few more videos after this one that you will watch this week, but today I'm just going to start with an overview of what the research paper is, kind of the requirements for that, and then in addition, I will put this in Schoology. I will put all the documents that I show you in Schoology, and then I'll use Calendar and I'll use Messenger to communicate with you. If you have any questions along the way, I am going to also create a discussion board that we can use. I'll put in that week 2 folder, and then if you have any questions related to what I talk about, the research paper or anything, just post it in there and I will answer the question in that discussion board. That way, if some of your other classmates have questions, hopefully I can answer them all in there, and hopefully that'll be enough. So today, just going to go over the overview with you and then keep track if you have any questions. Okay, so the research paper is a very long, extensive process. Well, let me kind of tell you what it is. What you're going to do is you are going to research a current topic that is persuasive, that a topic that you're interested in, a topic that has lots of information that you could look up for, and something that you haven't researched before. Usually the essay is 8 pages, but I am cutting it down to 5 pages, and it has several important elements such as documentation and a works cited page, which we will talk about and go through throughout this process. The goals of the essay are to educate, so you are going to inform the reader about your topic and what it's about, but then you're also persuading, so you are going to pick a topic that has some sort of argument to it, and you are going to persuade as well. So in the end, after you do all this research and we go through the whole process, you're going to probably be an expert on the topic that you choose. So what does the paper look like? It expresses your opinion about a topic and explains why your opinion is valid. It is based on a thesis statement, so same with every essay that you write. You will also create a thesis statement for this essay. Then you will, of course, have 3 or more arguments, probably way more than 3, but 3 is always your starting point. And then finally, you are going to support your facts with, or your information with facts, expert opinions, and anything you uncover in the research that you will do. So here is how you start. First, what I would do is try to brainstorm a list of topics. You don't have to write them down, but just kind of think about some things that you might be interested in researching about. So think about issues that concern you, maybe topics that you've recently thought about, something that interests you that you maybe don't fully understand, maybe a topic that you want to research. You can think about school issues, like general school issues, not Milton specific, but think about persuasive topics with that. Community issues, statewide, what are some popular statewide, controversial, social type issues, nationwide, and even worldly issues. So just kind of a start. Obviously, anytime you watch the news, you're going to hear something that's controversial that you might be interested in writing about. Look through newspapers, magazines, Twitter, anything online. And then just consider things that you're interested in too. So hobbies, interests, opinions, there's a variety of things. Your topic should try to be a little bit specific with it. So for example, you might think like you're interested in writing about pollution, but it's, with that topic, there's so much that you could write about. So you might want to try to narrow that down a little bit and think of the other topics that you could look at under pollution, like air pollution, automobile emissions, and so on. And then once you kind of narrow it down, then you're going to start crafting your thesis statement or that controlling idea about what you're going to write about. Here are some persuasive topics that have been very, very popular in the past. You do not have to pick one off of this list, but just to kind of give you a starting point of what I'm looking for, no matter what you pick, your topic should have two clear sides, one that is for and one that is against. I am going to have you work on picking a topic for your assignment for today. I will put a list of a variety of topics that you can choose from. You don't have to, but there's, I think, over 300 topics that you can look at, and you can feel free to kind of look some of them up and decide what you might be interested in writing about. But again, just remember, it needs to be something that you are interested in, that you have not researched before, and something that you feel like you could find lots of information for. The ones on this page that you're looking at are just some popular ones from the past. All right, I know this is what you care about and how you are graded. So the research paper is two parts. There is the process, so the process leading up to your final product of the essay. The process points balance out to about 160, but then your final research essay is 175 points. Yes, that is a lot, and it is summative. Now, some of the process is formative, but also some of the process is summative, and I will just make sure to communicate what is what when we get to that. So kind of shocking the amount of points. But if you just follow my videos, follow the directions, take it step by step, you will be fine. See, look how happy that guy is. All right, so the process grade. You're going to create a topic. We're going to learn how to paraphrase, summarize, quote effectively. You're going to have 7 sources. These will be using the databases only, no internet like Google, Yahoo, nothing like that. I know that seems overwhelming, but trust me, you can do it. You can also use interviews, or if you have hard copies of books or sources like that, you can use that too. Just no internet sources. You're going to create 36 note cards. These are a summative grade, and that is something I will talk about near the end of the week. And then you're also going to create 1 entry of an annotated bibliography, which I will talk about that as well later this week. You'll create an outline. You'll have a rough draft where we will peer edit. And then just make sure that you're keeping all of your online database articles, your notes, and things like that. For the product grade, which is 175 points, your final essay will include a title page, an outline, your essay written in proper MLA format, interesting ideas, well organized, correct research conventions, and a works cited page where you will have at least 7 sources. And obviously your writing skills will all equal up to 175 points. And then just to let you know, there's a bunch of resources available to you. You have the LMC reference section, you have the databases, you can use some of the resources off those, which we'll talk about, Google Doc or Pages, whatever you prefer, and then obviously any local experts that you know, teachers, legal scholars, physicians, anyone really, okay? All right, so that is a quick overview for you. What I also want to talk about just is another document that you will see in the week 2 folder, which just gives you kind of a schedule. I didn't put when things are due because it is different just with the virtual learning. Things are kind of spaced out differently. I do want to mention that your topic choices are going to be due tomorrow. So I will put all the things that you need for that in the week 2 folder. There's a list of topics that you can choose from. There is also a sheet that you will fill out, and the due date will be indicated on Schoology calendar and in the assignment. Tuesday and Wednesday, you're going to create kind of a paraphrasing, plagiarism, interactive activity that will be all online. And then your note cards will follow. 7 source cards are included with your note cards. You'll create a works cited page, an annotated bibliography, thesis, and an outline, rough draft, all equaling 160 points. And then again, your final product, your final essay, is 175 points. Below, I have kind of a list of what's required for the final product. So I'm not going to really go over it too much. because we're not to that point yet, but just kind of a reminder that you're not using any internet sources. You're all, obviously it's a formal essay, so no I, we, you, those kind of things. And then your final essay is going to be submitted in to Turnitin on Schoology, so you'll be able to use those features too. So that's kind of an overview, and you can look at this yourself too and take it in a little bit more. Below that, on the second page, I broke it down even further so you can kind of see how many points things are worth, what's included, and just what is all encompasses this whole research paper. Okay. All right, so like I said, these two things that I just covered will be on Schoology, so you can go in the week 2 folder and you will find all that. You will also see your first assignment, which is choosing a topic, and there is a sheet that you have to fill out, or a document that you have to fill out that will be due on Tuesday. And then in addition, I'll put that discussion board in there, so if you have any questions so far with the information that I covered, please don't be afraid to ask anything, and I will try to answer those questions in there. And then let me think. In addition, make sure you're checking your messages daily. I'm going to try to send you a message in the morning every day with kind of what the requirements are for the day. I will update the calendar, and that's really important because that's where your due dates are going to be for this assignment. Especially with some of them being summative, you really want to make sure that you're working at least 20 to 30 minutes a day on this whole process, and staying on schedule with what is assigned. And then, yeah, anything else. So again, any questions, please post them in there. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can obviously email me. I miss you all very much. I don't know when we'll be back or if we'll be back, but I hope you guys are all doing well, and hopefully we can see each other again soon.